Hi, welcome to Intuitive Encounters Conversations. I'm Jamie Roth, Spiritual Wellness Facilitator. And I was reflecting today on how it feels different, doesn't it? This holiday season doesn't feel quite as festive, as holly jolly. I'm guessing that you don't really feel like going out and buying a bunch of things. Maybe you haven't even yet, and it's a week away before Christmas. Not that everybody celebrates Christmas. As we know, there's something like, I need to look it up, but 40 holidays or something, maybe even more than that are actually celebrated all at this time. But I do think the most common one, at least society would tell us, is that it's Christmas, right? So perhaps you haven't even gotten your gifts yet, and Christmas Day is a week away. And here's what I want to say about it. We are different. You are different. Nothing is the same. Nothing has really been the same since the pandemic, and definitely nothing is the same since in the United States this administration has come into office. And what we're seeing is the crumbling of capitalism, patriarchy, white nationalism, and that's what you're feeling. And with that comes this sort of awakening, if you will, of like, I don't need this stuff. I don't need these things. I don't want to spend money fruitlessly. I don't have money to spend endlessly and on nothing important. And the other thing is everyone's tired. Everyone is super fatigued and tired and kind of cranky, honestly. I see it in the driving a lot. The sort of rushed, aggressive, like more than usual, kind of angry, road ragey, aggressive, like tailing you, getting around you if you're not going fast enough. And I am by no means someone who drives slowly. So if you need to go faster than me, I'm not like a high speeder, but I'm definitely a 5 to 10 mile over the hour kind of driver. So if you need to go faster than me, by all means, you can zip right around me. But the point is we don't need the stuff. We don't need the crap. We don't need to go into the stores. It's draining. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed how drained you are by going into grocery stores or any store, the mall, and how you leave feeling zapped of energy? When I was younger, like a teen, and the mall was the place to hang out, the only place to hang out, as it pretty much still is for teens, ask my teens. I used to get like just even window shopping, but definitely spending money if I had some to spend at the time, felt like almost like alive, like exhilarated. Definitely dopamine rush is happening now, and perhaps it is just because I'm an adult, but now I just feel drained. I cannot wait to get out of a store so fast. I don't want to have to even go into stores to begin with, and I'm not a big online shopper. I'm just not a big shopper to begin with. I am not a huge consumer. So it's not a big, huge problem for me to make this adjustment, but I know it is for many. I know it is. But even for me, who hasn't been a huge consumer in a long time and who hasn't been a big shopper for a long time, even for me, even just the little bit I want or need feels like too much. It feels too much to go into places. And it's because we're all starting to feel each other more. We're all starting to understand that it's all energy, and we can feel each other, and we can see it on each other and read it on each other. And so many people are waking up to the fact that we're lacking the connection, we're lacking the community. And so what I want to say is go with it. Go with your gut on this. Go with what you're feeling. Go with what you're suddenly starting to understand. Instead of fight it, instead of be like, oh my gosh, I have 15 more gifts to get. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Are those people in your life really gonna be like, how dare you? How dare you not get me something I didn't even need? Some junk? Who in your life is validated by something you give them or not? Now, I am gonna say some people really do love to give and receive gifts. It is a way they give and receive love and a form of expression of care and gratitude. So it's not like all gift giving is wrong or bad. I don't ever want to come off like that. However, if a relationship only stands on gift giving, there is probably something to think about that. Like if someone's going to be pissed because you didn't get them a gift, I can't imagine. I can't imagine being in relationships like that. One of the smartest things I did a very long time ago, from the very get-go, and it's probably because I didn't have a lot of money when my husband and I were first married. We didn't have a lot of money, and so I'd never have been someone who's just like as soon as there's a new friendship, it's like, hey, now we give each other gifts for birthdays, holidays, Christmas, like whatever you celebrate. I just don't. I'm not a forced gift giver. It's like if I want to, I'm gonna get you something. If I'm inspired, I'm gonna get you something. And I did the same thing with family. Like when we, my husband and I, joined families. I wasn't like, all right, we're gonna do all the cousins and the cousins' cousins and the cousins' cousins. It was very bare minimum of people, and that was one of the smartest things I've ever done. If you are not there, you can still do it. You can do it. You can just not give the gift. Are they really going to question you? Are they going to write you a strongly worded text or email? Like, how dare you not give me something? That's weird. That's weird if that happens, and something should be considered about that relationship. And also, I'm a big fan of being honest. I'm a big fan of just saying the truth of, I'm not getting gifts this year. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have energy. It's not what I believe in anymore. But you know what? Let's get together. You know what I've done recently is, this is new yarn I got, but it was completely on sale. Joann's Rip was going out of business, and I grabbed a bunch of skeins, and it was like 75% off. But I have a bunch of yarn. As a longtime fiber artist person, I have a bunch of yarn. And I was like, I'm gonna go through that stash. That's my goal this year, is to go through that stash and just see what I can make from what I already have. And I have already actually made some things. It's been really awesome. Do that. Get together with friends, teach each other how to crochet or knit, or I am on a one of those free gift things, groups on Facebook or whatever, and where you're just supposed to like give things away for free. And I saw a lady post the other day that she would like to try her hand at a new at knitting or crocheting, but she's not sure she wants to invest in it because it can be expensive to invest in a new hobby. You've got to get all the supplies, right? And I thought it was so smart of her. And she said, I would love to trade something. I have these kind of kits from things I've done in the past. Is anybody willing or able to trade me some knitting needles and some wool yarn? And I'll trade you this. And I offered some wool yarn. Someone else offered some knitting needles. I don't necessarily want the trade she offered, but I don't care. I have these extra things. That's fine. I just thought that was brilliant. That's the place we're getting back to. Do you hear that? That's where we're getting back to. I have this. What do you have? I'd like to try something new. Do you want to try this new? Let's trade. Let's try it out. The barter system, y'all, it's coming back. The things I have bartered for as a past massage therapist, as a past and current present Reiki therapist, intuitive healer, all the things that I do, somatic therapist, all the things that I do, I have bartered and traded for dental work, eyeglass exams and the contacts, homeware goods, other services, which is really my favorite, massage for massage, Reiki for Reiki. I mean, that's my favorite. This is where we're at, is my point. We're bringing back community. We're bringing back trade and barter. We're bringing back, let me just gift this to you because I have it. And eventually it'll come back around to me. It's not a tit for tat. It's just going to come back around, I know, because that's the world we're transitioning to. Capitalism is crumbling, and it's going to be really hard and painful for all of us, really. We're all going to be affected by that. So many jobs are going to be lost. In the United States, all these people are losing health insurance and jobs. That's going to be scary and create scarcity. Hungry people have to fend for their families and their children. It's not going to be pretty. But what we're doing as well in the meantime is coming back to art, creativity, gathering, community, sharing, barter, trade, communing with the earth. So what you're feeling right now, what you've been feeling this whole month, or maybe as soon as, the holiday season started, with wherever that begins for you, Thanksgiving or whatnot, Halloween, whatever, you're not feeling it because you're no longer that person. The systems aren't just crumbling, you're internally deconstructing and decolonizing and going through massive change. And so go with it. That's the best thing you can do. Embrace it. Feel it and go, yeah, I'm just going to make this change. and I'm gonna offer homemade things, or I'm not gonna offer anything at all, or I'm only baking cookies this year. I only put up half my decorations. That's actually what I did this year. I don't have a ton, like I don't have an overwhelm of Christmas decor. I do have a very, very large Christmas village collection that I've been collecting for years, and I've done it intentionally. I wanted to have that house that you walk in and it's awe, because there's just like little scenes of Christmas villages and people, and I have that going on. So I have quite a bit of that, and that takes up space. But outside of that, I knew once I started collecting this stuff that I didn't also want like Santas and reindeers and snowmen, like all the things. So I don't have that much more, but I do have a whole other bin that I never even put out. It wouldn't have even taken me more than 10 minutes, honestly. In fact, I realized the other day my stockings aren't even on my, on my fireplace yet. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do that. I'll do it the night before, I guess. Like, who cares? I did put up my Christmas village, and that's all. And I thought about all the baking I could do, and I don't really care. I'm not into it. I baked one thing so far. I know I'm gonna bake another thing because I want to eat it, and I know it'll be enjoyed by others. So that's what I'm encouraging. Take it down to the bare basics. Don't do any of it. Just do the pieces you like to do. Some of our favorites as a family are Christmas light looking. So we're gonna do that. We did it once. We're gonna do it again with a larger display. We went around some neighborhoods. Now we're gonna go to like the town, like really huge display you can drive through. Because twinkling lights are beautiful, magical. I think we've watched one Christmas movie, and we used to watch like a bunch, Maybe watch another one, I don't know. We're actually getting experiences this year, which is something I've always wanted to do instead of gifts, so that thrills me because I have been able to avoid, for the most part, Amazon and things like that. And then on top of that, it's about supporting your local. Consumerism and capitalism crumbling is a great thing, but we can't let it crush our small businesses, our local businesses, our mom and pop businesses. And I'll make another video on that coming soon, because I think there needs to be some reality checks about what that looks like. And I can tell you, I'm a small business. I can tell you what it costs in overhead and taxes and things like that. And I'm a service-based business, so my costs are much more minimal compared to a product-based business, thankfully for me, fortunately for me. Well, I'll have a video on that coming soon, because I do think we need some attitude adjustments from what we're used to buying from large corporate, including like what shipping should cost, how quickly it gets to us, what things we can kind of demand from large corporations that make billions of dollars a year, have millions of workers across the country, across the world, compared to a local mom and pop where it's probably just one or two people doing everything. So I'll have that coming soon, because it's an important conversation. But in the meantime, just know that it is more expensive to shop small and local. We don't get the same price points as Amazon, who can buy a million things for a very low cost. It costs us what it costs to buy things for our spaces, the products we need, things like that. So yes, it does cost more, and that's frustrating. And also, I'll go ahead and drop in, I understand that not everybody has access to a lot of small and local. Some people are very rural, and you might only have like a restaurant or a bar, and your choices are Amazon and Hobby Lobby and Walmart, and the ones, kind of big ones that we should be staying away from for lots of reasons. And that's okay. You don't have to feel bad about that. And again, we'll talk about that in a future conversation. But I just wanted to touch on in this moment, you're feeling differently because you're different. You're different, you're changing, nothing is the same, and nothing is going to be the same. We're not rolling into 2026 in the same way that we came into even 2019, quite frankly, but definitely not since last year, to 2025. And it's a good thing. It's huge, it's scary, it's overwhelming, it's daunting, but it's also really, really fucking great and cool and magical. And the best thing you can do is listen to yourself. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Make new rules with your friends and family. Make new boundaries. And you're being called to community for a reason, so seek it out. And you might not hit the right one right away. You might get frustrated as you have to try to find some, and maybe you're even the person who's gonna have to build it. There's not community everywhere, especially with white people. I'm sorry, but we don't know how to gather in community truly and safely. We don't know. We've been hyper individualized to create this patriarchal, capitalistic system. We've been trained for this, and now it's crumbling, and so we're like, what's happening? So just rest a little easier. In fact, rest. That's what you need to do. But rest a little easier knowing that, well, I don't know what you should know, but rest a little easier. Take it easier on yourself. Take it easy on the people around you. Take it easy on the people out there. And this is coming from someone who has focused a lot on who did people vote for. I have focused a lot on that this year. I'll have more coming on that as well. But instead of that right now, from myself to you, as someone who has focused on that, right now in this moment, I'm choosing to focus on that everybody is overwhelmed, tired, exhausted, hurting probably in some way, broke in some way. And so just offer some grace with the cranky people, with, just don't take it personally, just offer some grace and be really, really kind to the workers out there. The people, your grocery store clerks, the post office workers. I mean, they didn't even get paid for 40 days, right going into the holiday season. So just go ahead, be extra kind. Don't worry about who voted for who right now. Just be extra kind and offer some grace, and to yourself, to your family members, to your friends. Maybe even verbalize to friends, hey, I don't know what you got going on, or maybe you do, but maybe you do know what they got going on, but let's just not do gifts. I know we normally exchange. Can we just take that off our list this year and not bother? I've seen many reels and TikToks and stuff that are like, I haven't even got anything yet, it's a week out. And I was actually right there. I'm actually down to the wire on a few things that I am gonna get specifically for, the kids or whatever. Just because there's no interest in it. There's no interest in being in this consumeristic, capitalistic society. So I just want to touch on that, and I just want to let you know it's okay, and what you're feeling is the new norm. I was going to say it's normal to feel this, but it's not, but it is the new norm, and it's not going to change in 2026. It's only going to get more so. So you might as well start now. Now's your opportunity. Rest, relax, just make the few things you want to make, the things that taste good, that you love. The things that are easy to make, that are really easy, instead of making the really super complicated things, unless that's your jam, unless that would feel good to you to create in that way. Make the really, really easy recipes. Make the really simple ones, and go volunteer. Go volunteer. There's a lot of people that do need extra support and help, and the food banks and things like that. Go volunteer. It feels really good to do that. Get outside of yourself. Get outside of your own mind. Even if you are someone that needs assistance and needs help, you can still be someone that goes to volunteer. And just wish the best for you towards, as we end this really, really wild 2025 and we head into a really, really wild 2026. And thanks for joining me today. I hope you have just a really restful and as peaceful as possible next few days, and whatever you celebrate. I hope you get to do it in ways that feel good to you and fill you up, whether that be Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Yule, solstice, and peace out.